start, reduce, be good to go. This is the sheet on quadratic functions which you would have done had you been in class. Let me talk you through some of it. So all the answers are at the bottom. I couldn't detach the answers and the workings from the actual sheet itself, but we can talk. Let's talk to get some encouragement. It's been a while. Circle the equation with the roots 4 and -8. What are the roots? Do you remember from class? What are the roots?
It's my x on the x-axis.
Well done. Thank you, Hamza. I think that was it?
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, I can even write on my own sheet, really. This is how I mark your exam papers. I bought a graphics tablet so that I could mark your exam papers, which is why I said, please send it in PDF format. Because as you can see, I've got a PDF reader. And that's why I really needed it for that reason. So here it is. So where's this graph going to cross the line y equals 0 or the x-axis? Well, if I put a 4 in there and a -8 in there, will that give me an answer of 0? No, 4 fours are 16, -8, take away 8 is -16, so 16 times -6, no, it don't work. What about that one? Anyone can speak, and somebody prove that works or doesn't work. So we're in class now. You're allowed to speak, obviously, because we're now chatting about life.
No, it doesn't work. X squared therefore equals 32.
So x squared is what?
32, right?
X squared is 16. 4 squared is 16, yeah? And 16 take away 32 is not 0, so that's dead. That's rubbish. What about that one? Yeah, if you put 4 in there, you're going to go for, this is spazzing out, that's going to go for 4 take away 4 is 0. Try the -8 in there, -8 plus 8 is 0. That is the actual graph that has these roots. So there's a mark straight away. And this is the bit I thought, wait a minute, I didn't actually teach you how to do coordinates for quadratics. Not that it matters, because you can plot a graph. Now, I'm going to scribble on this straight away. And look at this. I want to work out this one and prove to you why y is 4. Let's say you set it out, because this is a non-calculator question. It's 2 lots of -2 squared, take away -2, and then take away 6. All right? Of course, you can do it on the Casio, but you've got to get good at doing this without a machine. What is -2 squared? 4, and 2 times 4?
8.
All right, so you all know it's obvious, isn't it? So let's just shove an 8 right there. That's 8. Now, what is minus 2?
2.
It's plus 2. And I've got a -6 there. So 2 plus 2 is 10. Take away 6 is 4. That's definitely correct. It works. And you've got to do the others the same way. Then, if you're not sure, you call yourself up one of these things. You might recognise one of these. It's Casio. Here she is. Just like the one at school. Let's get back to our screen. It won't go on top unless I put it there. Okay, fine. So this, I now need to do this. So I've got 2 lots of -2, close the bracket, squared, take away, open bracket, -2, close bracket, then take away 6. Then of course you can scroll through with the back button just to change the numbers inside. But the answer's 4. Casio got it right. She's well programmed. She understands BIDMAS, and there you go. So it works. Cool with that? Oh, I don't want my calculator now. Right, so that's that question 2, and that's really why I sent you that video on how to plot a quadratic graph from scratch from many years ago. Then it asks you a question, use your graph to find the solutions to that. Oh, that's the line y equals 0, isn't it? How do you do that little bit?
See where it touches the x-axis.
Yeah, it's a line y equals 0, so it's going to cut through in 2 places, probably 2 places. It's 2 marks. There's probably going to be 2 solutions. Is that all right? Going forward, this looks scary, but it's really, really not. I've got to work out the value of b. All right, let's read the info, shall we? This is a graph that looks very, very incomplete. There's nothing in front of the x. You need to like mute yourself until you want to speak, yeah? There's nothing in front of the x, and there's the dangly bit, as I call it. They're calling it b. And the graph crosses at 2, 0, 4, 0. Guess what the 2 is?
Minus x
The 2 is the root. That's what I want to hear. And guess what the 4 is? Thank you very much. Now, if they are the roots, then this equation should look a little bit like this. X number, and I don't care what it equals. So if the root is 2, what do you reckon goes here?
minus 2.
Well done, because 2 minus 2 makes 0. Got it? It's crossing the line y equals 0, and here's going to be minus 4. The roots are positive, so that's the equation. And without me doing all the work for you, you just simply multiply this out and do a mix and match, as I like to say. The mix and match is where you do an algebraic equivalence and see what bit links to the x, what is the dangly bit, as I call it, that links to the b, the intercept. Then you've got b. It's very, very simple. Higher level for sure, and it's 4 marks. So you'll be able to do that really well. This one's it looks scary. It's really not. Another random equation, but they're telling me the minimum point is 2 minus 3. You good with that? You see it in front of me? You see it in front of yourselves? Somebody might see it. So the value of a is 0, positive or negative. Is the value something x squared? Nothing. Is it positive? Is it negative? What do you reckon? It has to be. Let me tell you why it's not 0. If a is worth 0, that's not even quadratic, and that disappears. You just end up with an intercept. Useless. So that don't make any sense. 0 is a non-starter. You know that positive x squared graphs form a u that way around. You may know that a negative x squared graph, which you drew in year 9, goes that way around. It's a long time since you drew it, which is why I'm labouring this kind of thing and drawing. So yeah, that's going to be nice and positive. The c value is 0, positive or negative. Well done. If you see that, was that you, Samuel? I guess that was Samuel. Well done, well done. Yeah, the c-intercept has got to be right there. And that is not up here somewhere where it would be positive. It's down here somewhere. It's definitely negative. So we've got another mark there. The solutions to this are both 0, both positive, both negative, 1 negative, 1 positive. So look at the roots. What we got?
1 positive, 1 negative.
Boom, 1 there, positive, 1 negative. Okay. And the number of solutions to this graph equaling minus 6. None. 1, 2, 3. Have to think for this one. What do you reckon?
None.
Well done. Why did you say that, Sammy? It's correct.
Because y equals minus 6 is below the
It's below the minimum point. Can you see that must be y equals minus 3, yeah? The minimum point on the y-axis. So therefore, x minus 6 is going to be down here somewhere, and that's not going to touch. There are no solutions for that reason. What's this all about? The equations of the tangent to that at that is. I've literally no idea. The equation of the tangent to that graph at 2 minus 3. Oh, that's easy. What's the equation? Have we done tangents yet? We've done it in velocity time graphs. But anyway, let's get Wood back in. So here we go. The tangent at the point 2 minus 3. What do you reckon? What's the equation of the line that touches 2 minus 3? Yeah, it will be exactly y equals 2 minus 3. I can't draw it. That's freehand. That'll be the line. I could use my pen for this bit though. That'll be y equals -3. Is that all right? That's the tangent, and it will just touch it perfectly horizontally. Is that all right? And there's more questions, but I'm getting a bit tired now. Oh, this is peasy. Does someone want me to talk about what they're chatting about here? Just talk us through it, because everyone's going to benefit when it goes online. Then you can do it ever so quickly when the lesson's over, and we'll go over it properly. Anyone want to talk about this bit? What would you do first?
Multiply x minus 7 squared.
Good. So you go x minus 7, multiply it all out, and then?
We get x squared minus 14 plus 49 minus 8.
Okay, in other words, simplify it. And then what do you do?
We find out that x is 1 because it's the same on both sides.
Is it? Well,
yeah, because there's no coefficient, so it's the same one.
If you multiply this out, you can get x squared minus 14x. So
plus 49.
Plus 49. So the minus 14x exactly links to the ax.
The a.
So the a must be minus 14. Is that all right?
Yeah.
For sure, because it's just algebraic equivalence, and it's a really easy one compared to the kind of stuff we've done in class. Now, what we got here? Oh, there's the b, is there?
Equals 49 minus a.
Yeah, because it gives you minus 7 times minus 7, 49. So I've got 49 minus a, which I now know to be minus 14. Good, and that equals the dangly
bit. 49 plus 14 is 63.
Well done, 63. And that's it. Yeah, and there's a baby question there, and there's all the answers, blah blah blah. It's all there. Yeah, so this was a light introductory lesson because you've been in exams, and you've been in exams, and you're obviously thinking about results and what that means for your futures and mine. So that's it. We've had a little chat on that. I wanted you to be happy and to get it completely right. Be brave, everyone, and try and do this without a calculator. There's only 2 points you've got to do, that one and that one. And if you find that your 2 points don't form a lovely smooth curve with the other 4 points, then there's something wrong. That's why it's 2 marks, 1 for each one. They never give you a whole table to fill out because that's just long. They'll give you something. So I want to stop sharing at this point so I can see you. Could you all come back on video, but don't unmute yourselves? So I can see some humans, which is nice. Hello, Eric. I've got Paige. Yeah, Alexandra or Sasha, Ibrahim. Harleen's disappeared. I can see the ceiling lights there. Very nice. I've got Alexa, which is lovely. It's great to see you. I've got Ruben Schwartz. All right, so what I'm going to do now is just say goodbye to you. Now,